It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down, Whitaker. And his first pass is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Whitaker. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Turner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Off play action. Whitaker. So this is Smith with a grab. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He's got a man. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 68 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Lawrence. That's out to Chubb, complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Eagles, nothing.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Fair catch. 25 yards on. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
To throw on second down. Whitaker. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Eagles nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Fair catch. 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Got his open man. It's Carr. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Felton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Eagles nothing.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Whitaker. He rifles one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
York able to send this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
York taking off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitaker. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Whitaker. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way,
That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On first down, Whitaker. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Whitaker. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. From the gun on third down. Whitaker under pressure. They got him again. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and getting their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Whitaker.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Whitaker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 19 yards. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Whitaker. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready, break.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 36, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Now a give right side. Felton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Whitaker. But it's caught. Tompkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that, a nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off play action. Whitaker. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Turner.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And he's got his big tight end here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Whitaker. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. On 4th down, Whitaker. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 27, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st down, Felton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
General West. Hey, high 7.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Let's go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Whitaker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, Whitaker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
To throw on 2nd down, Whitaker. Looking left side, and it's... Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Whitaker steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
throwing on 3rd and long. Whitaker in trouble, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go, sack.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Lawrence will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Whitaker. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Whitaker. He's going to get this one. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea.